The Paws Act stands for Puppies Assisting Wounded Service Members. It's a program that connects service dogs with U.S. military veterans struggling with PTSD. It's currently a pilot program at the VA. Rory Diamond is CEO at K9s For Warriors, a nonprofit organization that provides service dogs to vets. Rory, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So the Paws Act was passed a few months ago. The pilot was launched in October. What's your organization's connection with that program?
Yeah, so we actually wrote the Paws Act. So we were very excited to see it get signed into law. Right now, we're in that part of the process where we're working with the VA to figure out how do we take a law and turn it into action. And so we're excited to be doing that work right now.
So how do dogs help vets with PTSD? What do the dogs actually do for them?
Yeah, it's a great question. So they do lots of different things. First of all, cold nose to wake you up in the morning is a good reason for anyone to get up and out of bed, which is a huge piece of the puzzle. But most importantly, most of our warriors are isolating at home. They don't want to get back out into the world. They're depressed or have hypervigilance, or just going to a store or restaurant is really challenging for them. But if you bring a service dog, a really well-trained service dog with you, and when you are having a moment of crisis, and instead of focusing on what you're afraid of, you focus on your dog, your heart rate calms down, you start to relax, you get your vision back, and you're able to continue. And if you do that enough times, it's like muscle memory. You stop having these anxiety attacks when you're out in public, and therefore you can get back out into the world.
Give me an idea, Rory, of your process. Do you start with rescue dogs, puppies?
Yeah, K9s For Warriors uses primarily rescue dogs. So we're going to high kill shelters all over the country, primarily in the Southeast, finding these incredible dogs, bringing them back to our campuses in Florida and Texas, getting them back up to health and training them 6 to 8 months. Then the warriors stay with us on campus for 3 weeks as we train them and show them how to use their service dogs.
Can you give me an example of a vet that has actually been helped by one of your dogs, an actual personal story?
Yeah, one of the best examples I can give you is Lawana, who's in Texas. And she was literally in her bedroom every single day, gun under her pillow, lock on the door, not being a mom to her 2 great kids, not being a wife to her husband, really hiding from the world. Her husband convinced her to come to K9s For Warriors. She got a service dog. The first couple of weeks were very tough, but it's unbelievable. By the end of the 3 weeks, Luana wanted to actually speak at our graduation, if you can imagine this. Then she went back home, learned how to use her service dog, started going back to school, and now she's coaching Little League. She's doing all these great things, president of her PTA. It's a full 180 of someone who's fully isolating to who's now back out to the world.
And how many vets are you currently helping? Do you have a waiting list?
Yeah, unfortunately, we have a 5-year wait list. K9s For Warriors is the nation's largest doing what we're doing, but we're just scratching the surface. We've graduated 700 warriors as of this month, but 5-year wait list, it's a lot of work to get going on.
And will you be continuing to coordinate and work with the VA? What are you doing with them?
Yeah, without question. Our job is to be a good nonprofit partner with the VA to show them basically how this can work so that they can partner with K9s For Warriors, any other great organizations doing what we do to get more really high quality service dogs in the hands of the veterans who need them.
So what new initiatives do you have at K9s For Warriors? Anything new coming up for you?
Yeah, so we just cut the ribbon on our new Texas facility, but probably most exciting is in Florida, we're building the world's largest rescue dog training center. So we'll be taking dogs from Virginia to North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida, training to be incredible service dogs. And when it's all said and done, we'll quadruple the number of warriors we can serve.
Well, what can people do to get involved? Because, I mean, a 5-year waiting list, that shouldn't happen, Rory.
Yeah, I fully agree. So the number one thing you can do is go to our website and learn about what we're doing to make sure that we can connect veterans with the services that they need. You can always give us financial support. We've got hundreds of events going on around the country that you can jump in on. Or if nothing else, go to your local shelter and see if there's a great service dog in waiting over there and let us know about it.
Tell me more about the Paws Act. I understand that it's currently a pilot program. What are we looking at for the future? What's the end goal for that program?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we need to make sure that every veteran in the country who needs a really high quality service dog can get one. Now, that doesn't mean pets for every single veteran. It means for those warriors who really have severe post-traumatic stress and other disabilities, that they have access relatively quickly. So not 5 years, but maybe a year or 2 to get a really great service dog to help them.
And you had mentioned, of course, this is for PTSD, but it's also for other trauma, brain injuries, military sexual trauma as well.
Correct. Post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injuries, military sexual trauma. About 24% of women who serve in our military are sexually assaulted. And we've got a huge national crisis in this area. The more help we get these warriors, the better.
You know, I wonder, Rory, on a personal level, what this means for you to be able to work with veterans that are struggling with these issues and to be helping them in this way.
Look, on Veterans Day is the #1 day to honor those who stood on a wall to defend our freedom. I love getting to work with disabled American veterans and their families. There's nothing that warms your heart better than the moment they get their service dog and these two souls come together and you see hope reborn right in front of you. It's an awesome way to spend a life, no question.
Well, Rory, we certainly appreciate you helping vets, and we're all dog lovers here on this program. So we really do appreciate your work, and happy Veterans Day to you.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you all for covering us.